That hurt. Ow. All right, we are headed for my longest road trip since I started doing this stuff. Got my drinks ready, all packed up. It's going to be a trip down to South Texas. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a different night, a different stop for each night, and yeah, the planning, everything that went into it is pretty time consuming. So hopefully it all works out. I'm all set up. All right, let me get my ice in here, and we will hit the road. Hey guys, Randy here, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler channel. Wow, just look how beautiful this scenery is. White puffy clouds, those big gigantic rocks over there. But I've been on the road for a couple hours now after leaving Phoenix, passing by Tucson, and now the next stop's going to be Willcox. But first, I wanted to stop at this rest area. I've been here before, and it is a really neat little place to check out and stretch your legs a little bit. There's even a little place to do a little rock climbing. I guess it'd be rock climbing, but little boulders. So anyways, let me get parked. Well, I am stretching my legs a little bit. In a couple hours, and this rest area is just beautiful with all these boulders. We're just a little bit out of Willcox, which is where I'm going to be staying the night tonight. Man, just look at these boulder formations. This is a lot like the boulders I like to go hiking at closer to the Phoenix area. That's neat. This is one big gigantic boulder. That hurt. Ow. Just look how big that boulder is right there. Man, that's the size of a 2-story house. Then you've got those big formations of rocks over there. What a beautiful little rest area. Look at that, all the way. You can see all the way over there. These big, huge rock formations. Across the street here. I don't know if you can see it, how well you can see it, but up on top of that hill right over there, there's a big boulder resting on the one below it, and it's just kind of balancing up there. Wow, this is neat. This is beautiful. All right, well, I think we're gonna head back now, get on to Willcox, get me someplace to camp.
Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Her hair was fire red like red rocks in the sun. Her eyes were stained glass like blue under the glacier runs. Nowhere we're going, still don't know where she came from. La la la, la la la, la la la. Singing, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona.
Well, the check-in was quick and easy. I do normally just get the tent sites. Sometimes if I get lucky and they have some cabins open, that's happened before. I've had cabins that are open and they'll maybe give me a little discounted price. But I'll just get a tent spot. I don't need anything other than a little electricity to charge my batteries up. And yeah, so it's just going to be right up here. It's a pretty nice little place. Looks well organized. And the receptionist, I guess, are the lady the girl behind the counter was super nice, and the maintenance guy was there too. He was nice. He let me know they're having a little bit of water problems, and he was going to be right over to fix them up. So looks like my spot's right here, and I'm just going to get parked, check things out on my phone real quick, and then I want to get started, get out into the town a little bit. Yep, here's my spot. All right, so officially my road trip has started. It's going to be a long one for me. I'm starting from the Phoenix area, and we're going to be headed down to South Padre Island, South Texas. I'm going down. We're having a reunion for some of my old Navy friends from back in the day, and we get together each year. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to spend the next 5 or 6 days traveling down and finding little interesting spots to check out and video and do what I like to do. So this is officially the first place I wanted to stop. And you can kind of see here, this is the old town of Willcox. Little park area. I'm going to park here and walk around. Let's get this party started. Right, so Willcox Art and Heritage Trail, the Freighters. Team of Oxen, Bullwhacker, Joe Buzenbark, Bullwhacker with Team of Oxen. So they were in 1880. They were a main distribution for goods to be freighted to the forts and mining camps. So this was kind of just like a middle place where everything would come in here and they'd distribute it out. They'd usually spend the night at the hotel and then take a stage to their destination. Warren, youngest of the Earp brothers, was a stage driver. Interesting. But this is kind of the old part of Willcox, Main Street. I tried to get into the Rex Allen Museum. Said they were open till 5, but they're closed right now. So that's too bad. That has a feeling of an old bank or something. The Keeling Schaefer. Wine, something to do with wine. There's old theater. What's playing? Despicable Me and Parent-Child Paint Night. Willcox Historic Theater. And there's another museum that's not, we'll pass over here first. Rex Allen statue. What does this say? I'm proud that I was the last of the silver screen cowboys. Beloved father, let's see, December 31st, 1920 to December 17th, 1999. Look at that. Looks like turquoise, but it's probably what, copper ore or something? Rex left home and he determined to find his place in the career he loved, music. So he's a radio guy. That is a nice statue. His recording career launched with Mercury Records in 1946. I'm gonna have to listen to some of the songs because maybe I've heard a song of his, but I don't know. I'll have to look it up. He narrated more than 100 nature films for Walt Disney. Wow. Streets of Laredo sold over 3 million copies. Okay, so I probably have heard that one. Lots of bees around the water fountain. But down here is a memorial, Veterans Memorial, it looks like. I'm gonna go check that out too. And I thought I saw I think straight ahead of us maybe is an old train station. And I saw an old caboose or something over there too. We'll stop and see that. The palace. The caboose is a restaurant or something, the dining car. That's what I saw. Willcox art in here too. The first Southern Pacific train arrived in Willcox in August of 1880. General Orlando B. Willcox. Okay, so now we know where Willcox got its name. General Willcox presented the baby boy with a silver cup. All right, let's go check this out. I see boots, a helmet, and a gun. Let's see here. Joe Robert Lawrence, Armando Ramirez, William C. Dickerson, Buddy Lopez, Vincent Baker, Alva Ray Farrell. So these were Vietnam veterans, looks like. Dedicated to Willcox area, veterans who honorably served in the military forces. In 1950, a B-50 bomber, and those things were huge. Those things were big. I think I saw one of those down at the Tucson, the Air and Space Museum down there. There's one for Korean War, World War I, World War II, and Korea. Nice granite. U.S. Army Sergeant Alex Conrad, KII 2018 in Somalia. Wow, that's recent. I like this statue here. The boots. I guess it's a little monument. I don't know if it's a statue. Is that a statue or just part of the monument? It's really done really well though. A lot of detail in that. It's beautiful. All right. I'm gonna go take a look. I thought there was another. Let's go over here and see if this is like an old train station. Oh, look at that old light post. William Bill Wright, retired signal maintainer. Wow, there's a lot going on there. Wow. But I saw this too. Looks like an old phone booth, a concrete phone booth or something. See if I can find what it was. It's neat. It's got a cone peak. That's not too old. I don't see what it is. A nice steel door. That's unique. And it locks. Huh. That's interesting. But this, I believe, I'm going to come out here so we can get a better look. But this appears to have been some sort of train station back in the day. See if we can find the storyboard up here. Look at that old cart. Oh, I see some signs up here. Cahill Radio. Okay, yep, it's a depot. Oops, sorry. Willcox Depot. Completed in December 1880. It's the last original redwood depot in the southern line. Wow, it was renovated in 1997. 2 years of drought killed a lot of cattle here. Wow. And I see a lot of these neat little train mock-ups. Famous people in Willcox. Fritzie Schiff, Susan B. Anthony. What? Susan B. Anthony, the famous crusader for women's right to vote, came to visit as a young lady. Oh, came to visit a young lady. Huh. From her family, who was married to Frederick Remington and his wife Eva. Trying to take a bath, she became very annoyed as the water kept splashing over the side of the tub and ordered the train to stop so she could finish bathing. Oh, all right. That's funny. Another old cart. Well, let's see if there's anything down here. I'm seeing a caboose across the way over there. We'll go see what that sign says too. I was just looking to see if there's any more down here. No. Just another entrance. Oh, they are mad. Whew, that scared me. Freaking pit bulls over there. Let's go see if we can take a quick look here. Creation Station. See, it's not a caboose, that's an old rail car people would travel in. We got a full-size, or life-size checkerboard. All right, well, the sign is upside down. See how good my upside down reading is. Willcox tent camp. Tent camp was set up in 1887 to provide lodging for the crew. Tent camp along. Let's see what this sign says. Anything? Sideways. We'll see how my sideways reading is too. The mascot and the Western Road. Oh, mascot. Oh, look at that. Built in 1915 to carry passengers and supplies 16 miles to the Mascot Mine. Well, there you go. This was the cart they used. It's all wood. It's all wood too. Like a big old pre-manufactured home. And it's underneath the shade structure. Keep the elements off of it when it rains. All right, well, this was, see if we can get a better look at this depot. This was interesting. Now there is a cemetery that I wanted to try and get out to pretty quick. It's not too far out of town. And it supposedly has one of the Earp, probably one of the lesser known Earps. I don't believe it's one of the three that you know about from Tombstone. I just want to take a quick look at this restaurant to see if it's like a, yeah, it's an old caboose. That's cool. Sorry, I've been told, it's been brought up that I say cool and neat too much. So I'm working on trying to get rid of that because that comment was correct. I do that. Hard habits or habits are hard to break like that, old habits. So there's some more. Oh, there's the Cheraka Museum. I was told to see if we can get in there too, but it's closed. And the reason I said to try and go in there is the Cheraka. That gentleman who runs that has been here for, he's like 80 years old and he has been here forever. So he knows a lot of the history. And I was hoping to go in and pick his brain a little bit, but unfortunately it's closed. See if we can get some of the details here on this. That's concrete. I thought that was wood. That's concrete. Wow. Had me fooled. That one's wood. I like the black and white. It's very contrasty. I like that. A lot of details in there too. Friends of the Library, friendly bookstore. Huh. Lumber Builder Supply. See, this is that Cheraka Regional Museum. see if we can see inside. That'll give you some idea of what might be in there. I just like this old, oh, look at the detail up here. Beautiful, this is beautiful. See in here, see if we can see. Oop. Looks like they have a topographical map. This old structure, probably a hotel or something of some sort. Wanted to cross the street here real quick and look across. I saw this museum and research library, shoes, luggage, the toggery. Look at this saddle. I can get it without the glare. That's, boy, lots of detail in that leather work. Look at that blanket of some sort, City of Douglas.
I wouldn't have run over you.
I
got a big old
that's good.
camera on the back of the
Okay, thank you. Historical Society. Oh, they have some old stuff in here. Look at that old sewing machine right there. An old oven of some sort back there. Is that like the original Easy Bake Oven? Wow. Look at that old stove back there too. So this is part of this museum and research library. I wish it was open. Go see what they have inside. A lot of old branding irons. Look at that. That is an old mouse trap, but man, what did they catch? They had to catch huge rats. Small metal working. Wow. And Mac's Bar is open. This is really, really interesting. I'm glad I came down here. See what's down the street here. So we're talking, what, 1900s, when it was its heyday, or it's when it started. So you can see some more of the town. Right there, a sign, Cheraka National Monument. We may or may not be seeing that soon. Wink, wink. All right, well, I think I'm gonna head back to the KOA. I might try out the cafe they have there. They said it was good. We'll We'll have to check it out. On the way back to the truck, I found this little courtyard, and this has a little timeline of Willcox history. It was a tent city in 1877. The depot was built in 1880. Geronimo last surrendered in 1885, or 1886, the first jail in 1885. Oh, Warren Earp shot and killed in HQ Saloon, 1900. So I believe that is he's in the cemetery here, I believe that's who it is. Great drought kills half of cattle. And I saw that they had 1.5 million head of cattle open range in 1891. So wow, 750,000 cattle killed. And then in 1915, it was incorporated as a city. Oh, I'm glad I found this because this really gives you a brief account of Willcox history. Well done, Willcox, well done. And this is the courtyard that I happen to be walking by. Lots of picnic tables for people to gather around and talk, share some stories. Oh, there's some old pictures here. Twisters. Wow, I didn't know they're coming out with another one. Look at that old ticket booth. That's interesting, huh? It does take me back to my younger days. Wow, look at these murals. Oh, and there's some sort of stage or something back here. There's another train. Let's see what this Rex Allen Museum. Let's see. Willcox, the cattle capital of the nation. So there's a live stage back there. But I wanted to check out these murals. These are 1880. Cole Harris, 2014. Courtesy of Union Pacific. Greetings from Willcox, Arizona, cattle capital of the world. Uh-oh. A little bit of work to do down here. You can see that was adobe at one time underneath all that stucco. All right, let's head back to the truck. Find that cemetery now. No more distractions. Historic cemetery. So out here is the gravesite of Warren Earp. He was a lesser known Earp, one of the Earp brothers, and he was a sheriff in Willcox for a little bit. And in that building called Birds and Barrels, it used to be a bar, and he was coming out of the bar and he had a problem with somebody in town, which seems right for the Earps. Seems like they all had something like that going on. But this guy didn't like him and shot him as he was coming out of the bar. But anyways, here we are at the cemetery entrance. Let's check it out. Well, this is going to be interesting. Wow, it is spread out. It's bigger than I was expecting. And look at all this vegetation. Wow, it's like yucca plants, I think. Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. It has that old spaghetti western feel for sure. Wow. So here's, let's see, So we're in the range of 1900s. The birds found a nice little spot to sit on top of that plant. Here's a couple. $1901. James. Oop, I hear thunder. Now I'm at the KOA. I have a tent site. I do have a tent, but if it starts raining on me, I'll sleep in the truck. I'll probably sleep in the truck anyways. Don't tell anybody though. I'll have the tent out just because they 1897. There's lots of ants out getting some food before the storm hits. Oh, here's the headstone. And something pool. Oh, it's all broken up. Can't read it. Wow, there is a lot out here. Oh. Kind of got to watch where I stop because there's a lot of anthills. Look at the size. Wow, how old is that anthill? Look at the size of that mound. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen one that big in the desert. They're ready for floods. I'm just kind of wandering around out here because I don't see a real trail. And there is a website that you can go to. You can look at the old cemeteries and they'll explain to you some more detail. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Ooh, 1889. So this is the older, we're getting older as we go back here. This is a neat headstone here. I like that marbling look. 66 years old, 1895. There's a mixture of old wooden headstones. I guess it wouldn't be a headstone. Marker, 1893. But I saw this over here. This might be the one that we're looking for. Warren Baxter Earp. Yep, this is it. It's the younger brother. Okay, the younger brother of the famous Earps. 1855 to 1900. And we saw in that other thing, he was shot in a bar. Birdcage Theater. Remembering, I can't really read that too well because of the it's kind of hard to read because of the rust. Now I'm wondering, I guess this is where he's buried. It's not just a memorial or something. There was another. There it is over here. I wanted to see what's in this fenced area. Oh, I see some sort of mausoleum or something over there. Let's check this one out. So they originally had a wooden marker. Oh, here we go. Died in 1894, J.M. Jones. I want to take a look down here. There's some structure. Looks like some stone or something stacked up. 1823 to 1912. November 14th, 1886, the father. Gaspi, I guess that's his name. That's how you pronounce it. But this is the structure I saw over here. I like this. This is died in 1884. I can't read down to see how old he was. I like that stone barrier. How they use the grout with these stone in between, seal it up a little better. Oh, he's only 10 years old? 10 years, 2 months. I think that's what it says. Wow, look how wide open it is here. All the way back to the mountains. Rain off in the distance. Well, I think we'll take a look at this one and then head back to the truck. This is the one we've already seen. Okay. So, yeah, the truck's just down right over there. And these clouds overhead has really cooled it down. It feels really good right now. That breeze blowing. I like this. I might have to get my camera because I kind of like this scene. The reds and the yellows. The distant headstones and markers. Yeah. I'm gonna go get my camera, see if I can't get a shot. All right, well, there's the old truck. Let me get my camera. I'm gonna get a picture of that. So here's a quick little flyover of the cemetery. You can see how big and wide open it is. Lots of little trails, people walking around, investigating. And you can kind of see the Earp headstone right there at the bottom. This is a view of Willcox. That's off towards the town from this cemetery, and you're looking in the general direction of Old Town that we were at. That's off headed back towards the Tucson area. Just look how wide. It looks like sand dunes way out there. It's just big, vast, dried up desert. Like so wide open down here. And then early in the morning, we'll be heading down in that direction. There's some neat mountains, lots of really interesting formations I wanted to check out. And then after we're done visiting down there, we're going to be heading that direction, heading east.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
Well, this was interesting. The cemetery and then the little walk around Old Town Willcox. Lots of interesting stuff. Uh-oh, train's coming. Well, I'm in no hurry. What the heck? But if you like this kind of content, just remember to click that like button, and if you haven't, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And that way I can get out and do more stuff like this. You know, not too long ago, something like this would have really bugged me, been annoying, but not anymore. I've learned to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenery. Well, this has been a fun first day. I scraped up my knee right off the bat. Got to see some of the old interesting parts of Willcox and getting out to see that cemetery. But this is just the beginning. I've got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of things to do. I'm here in Arizona, moving on into New Mexico, and then down into Texas. Yeah, it's going to be a fun road trip. So I think I'm going to sign out, and just remember, never say goodbye. Always see you later.